This day has come. The bridge must be crossed, folks. The bridge to Terabithia must be achieved. So the thing I want to do is now integrate a new, just downright and dirty SaaS product. Just downright and dirty. You know, something that's just dirty. So guys, welcome for the journey. Building this new SaaS is going to be less about the code. It's going to be more about the architecture, more about, so over here, I have a Lucid chart pulled up and a document thing. And between the two, basically, I want to talk game plan. This is episode 0. Basically, this is let's just build out what we need to or not build out, let's blueprint out what needs to be constructed. And then I can go ahead and start embarking on the journey, because building a product, it's a whole journey. You know, we're going to need to get UI UX built. We're going to need to design something or land on a design of something. We need some sort of product itself. Right now, I have no idea. I have no plan on what this is. It's a tall order. It's a real tall order. I need to talk about how I'm going to deal with blockers. So who in my circle I can lean on and recruit for larger questions I may not have the answers to, because undeniably that's gonna happen. So let's kind of do that together. I just want to show you guys and document this building a SaaS product thing, because software is one piece of it. I also need to get customers on the thing, on the product. So that's kind of the business side of it. And then we got to store the data in a business-esque metric in a proper way. So I really want this to be something that you guys could steal as wow, if I follow these episodes, I can one, offload a ton of knowledge, right? Just for me to you guys. And for you guys, it's like, wow, I can gain a ton of knowledge, right? This guy literally built a SaaS product in front of my eyes. So I could go step 1, step 2, step 3, boom, 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 follow exactly what he did. You may have to change a few things depending on when you see this time-wise. You know, technology is prone to change, but the core concepts are there. And guys, I'm building this new series because of Team Sinker, because of the Code Chronicles, because I saw how effective that was, one, for my skill set, but two, the SaaS product really got built. So I want to show you guys that. Boom, right here, Team Sinker. It's a full-blown product, and we have Stripe checkout flows, we have webhooks, we have landing pages, we have users who can authenticate, we have users signing up. There's literally users signing up for this. It's a whole product. It's a project management solution that perhaps we could even use while tracking the progression of this SaaS product, this new SaaS product, if you will. It's not 100% done. You know, there's still a few things that I could edit and change, but it's largely done. Now, with that being said, though, let's get out of Team Sinker. So we have a few products between Chester and I. We have Team Sinker, we have Bitser, we have Adser, we have Adser native. There's Bitser Battle native. There's a few native applications as well. There's a lot of stuff. And what I want to do is build something that somehow ties these pieces a little bit together. So I've thought of some ideas. I have a few, but we have a bunch of stuff here as well. So I'm not too sure what the product is, but I want it to be business related to those, like useful to those things. So let's put some pen on paper. Let's see. So step 1, right? Let's kind of define the product, right? Maybe I want to use a Google Sheet instead of a doc. Oh, this will be fine. Okay, so the first thing is we need to name the product or build the product, right? Build the product idea. I guess I want to say build the product idea. We'll say that. And the product that I'm thinking of is some sort of business problem being solved. I have an idea. I do have an idea, but we're gonna use ChatGPT to kind of embellish and extrapolate on this idea. Let's say tech-wise, right? Tech stack. What am I competent in? Let's kind of circle the wagons. What I can build really well is with React, with Vue, with Nuxt, with Next.js. More than likely, I'm going to build this in Next.js. It's my favorite server-side rendered framework because we can handle the front end really well, and we can integrate to APIs really well. So that's a strong start, right? So this is our front end framework. I know that would set us up for success on the front end. But again, if you're building a SaaS, feel free to use the framework you're most competent in, whether it's Angular or Svelte or Solid. Okay, next thing. So we need a backend framework. I am thinking serverless. Why am I thinking serverless? I know in my corner of people, so here we'll put mentors or help to call on, right? if I run into a blocker. I know Chester is super talented, a staff backend engineer. So he, staff backend engineer, can quite literally build, like he's the go-to guy. If I've got a problem, guarantee he can fix it. Guarantee he's going to know some strategy or have an idea on how to approach it. He's the go-to last line of defense if I cannot figure something out. So Chester, he's the staff backend engineer, super talented, and we have him as a contact to lean on, to call, to set up calls with, to meet up with. So that's one. We also have, let's see, I have a dear friend, Yogi. He's a cybersecurity engineer. So we could talk to him about just some security stuff. I don't want to bother him too much. So we have a good friendship, but I don't know how good. I don't know how much I can call him for this stuff. So I'll put a little asterisk on there. I know Chester. I can bug him all the time. And then we have my dear friend Udkarsh as well. So he is also a really talented backend engineer. So between Udkarsh and Chester, we should be able to handle the backend really well. Between Yogi, a few calls, I could probably get some security-esque things going on. And then on the front end, I should be able to handle that competently. I don't have much hopefully issues on the front end. I do have some contacts though to do front end work, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue on my end. And then we have my dear friend Angel, who is a data analyst. And I'm not sure of these contacts who we're going to need the most and whatnot, but these are kind of last resorts, if you will. Hey, I don't know how to do this AWS thing. I need to call on the help, the big guns, if you will. So serverless is going to be our backend framework. Let's get back to the tech stack. Now that we kind of know, we have some help to lean on for this product. I got a few other right here. Boom. So we have amazing friend of mine, Paul. He is a product manager. Known Paul for very many years. He's a very hardworking, very good guy as well. His buddy Mike, who's also been my buddy as well. So Mike is a fantastic business engineer. Dare I say, fantastic backend engineer as well. He's super talented at everything he does. So when it comes to business, data, backend engineering, Mike's the guy for that. So we do have an abundance of contacts to lean on, whether it's as deep as AWS and staff engineering. For instance, Yogi works at Amazon, so he can help us with any AWS stuff really well. Chester as well. So he is a AWS guru. He's super talented at this. So AWS and backend questions as a whole. Backend questions. These are our go-to resources, right? And Utkarsh, he works at, I have to name drop, guys. I have to get the clout. I have to name drop, but I really don't. But Utkarsh, he works at Meta. So for advertising, which I do think this is where our SaaS product is going to kind of align with, is with some sort of advertising deal. So he might be worth a phone call or two. Okay, so that is roughly that. Angel works at Babson. Fantastic guy. Paul, where does he work? Some fintech deal. And Mike, forgive me, I forget where you work. but we know Mike's pulling in the money, the chula, if you will. So we got an abundance of contacts here that we can lean on, right, for all sorts of questions. And I also have an amazing friend of mine too. One more, Joseph, for any software sales stuff. He's just filthy at software sales. So these are going to be the tools that I'm going to use to or at least the contacts that I'm going to use. Any blockers to advertise this product to, hey, there's a question on this. Guys, I'm trying to build the whole front end to back end system of a SaaS product. So we need customer acquisition, some sort of pipelines for that. We need a front end, we need a back end, we need integrations between the both. We need security because this has to be a proper deal. And then also we need data analysts. We need kind of what do I do with all this data, right? So we build all this stuff, right? Stripe webhooks, front end, back end, serverless framework, cloud computing. What do I do with all this data? Well, that's where I'm going to call Mike. That's where I'm going to call Angel. So that's how I'm approaching it, guys. Is we need to build out all of this. So let's kind of get back to the tech stack a little bit. I want to use AWS kind of on TeamSaker. I kind of copped out and used MongoDB and Prisma. But what I want to use with AWS for contract generation, I use Prisma on MongoDB, guys. And if you don't know what these things are, don't even worry about it. We're going to break them down through each episode. This is going to be like another 80 episode deal, I can imagine. So things even now are subject to change. But for any gaps in the knowledge, don't worry. I'm learning on this journey too. Like we're going to be figuring stuff out together through each episode, one bit at a time, one piece at a time. So contract generation and APIs, we want to use GraphQL. and AppSync from AWS. But I really do want this to be like a proper SaaS product, right? But not in the sense of these other products. This is where this one's going to differ a little bit. So Team Syncer, right? You got to kind of sign in. It's more of a platform is what I'd call this. And same with Bitser, same with Adser. Fantastic for advertising. This is the go-to thing for advertising. This is a go-to blockchain and advertising ecosystem as well over here. And then project management for Team Syncer. But I would say these three things, and same with our native applications, they're kind of, what are they? They're kind of, what would you call them? Platforms, if you will. So let's see, guys, I'm going to get out of all of this. I don't want to make another platform SaaS product. I kind of want something downright and dirty. And what I mean by that, so let's see, we're going to say SaaS goals. And I'm not totally sure what we're going to build yet. It's more about building it than building $1 billion next super concept. I don't need the next $1 billion thing of like, oh, we're building Uber, guys. What I need is just something downright dirty and a proper full tail end, front end engineering to front end business marketing, all the way to back end engineering and data handling and business engineering on that end. So SaaS goals, we want to build what is the equivalent of a small business. What is the equivalent of a small business? So that's step one. We want to build what is the equivalent of a small business, folks. This means not just a front-end product, not just a back-end product. It means we got to do everything. So we need marketing. We need some sort of outreach portfolio stuff. We need some sort of inbounding data handling stuff. We'll break it out in the Lucid chart in a moment. But SaaS goals, we need to build what is the equivalent of a small business. And I'm just one man doing it. So that's a tall order. That's a tall order. But build what is the equivalent of a small business. Okay, so we have that. The next thing, we want something downright and dirty is what I'll say. And dirty. So something quick and easy, I guess, for the end user. Quick and easy. So let me show an example of kind of what I mean by this. So if we go to ChatGPT, I would say it's kind of quick and easy because you could just log in, boom, everything's right there. So even this, there was this. Sorry guys, I was slightly embarrassed of the things that I was Googling or ChatGPTing. So I wanted to hide it. I was slightly embarrassed, to be honest with you. But now that I've brought attention to it, I guarantee many of you have scrolled back in the video to look at everything there. So, but anyway, so downright and dirty. So ChatGPT is kind of like an example, but I went to this next ATX meetup, and this guy, he built this resume generator where you'd put in a description of a job, and then you'd post your resume, and it would kind of put those two things together and make a custom resume for that job that you were applying to. And it was just like this quick drag and drop thing. Here's kind of another example of what I'm talking about. Here's like a Adobe podcast product where you can upload a speech thing, right? And the product already works. And then if you want to upgrade after, then you can upgrade. But it's just kind of this like quick, downright and dirty. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm being clear, but it's just like, you can get on the platform. I know there's a lot of AI, let's say video editors that are kind of what I'm talking about, or even photo generator, right? Where you can just kind of pop into, let's see if one of them can kind of right here, boom. Not exactly the type I want to do. I definitely want more of the clean SaaS product, but you can definitely just come straight to the home screen. You can get moving to the SaaS product immediately. These are really ugly though, so let's not model these. What's a good one? I think this is a company I had a good call with. But we definitely want something more clean like this, more so this speed. But right off rip, I want access to the product. So this cleanliness, this pristineness, but we want access to the product immediately. We don't want to have to like sign users up, or if you do it needs to be really easy sign up process. So I want it downright dirty. It needs to be useful for business. So useful for business. We'll have to figure out what that means, or maybe I'll think on that behind the scenes. But real business value, right? Like I want to be able to call old companies I've worked for, old buddies, or even all these guys and be like, guys, the reason why you need to use the SaaS product is because it's actually really effective. So we need to build something of real substance. It needs to be downright dirty and fast. And yeah, and then we want the equivalent of what is a small business. So let me kind of just let's find one example of SaaS products, or of a SaaS product that I can kind of build an idea around, right? So here's like one company I know is Resend. Very beautiful page and all this stuff. But this is like definitely the cleanliness we want. And then we want like scroll down and here's your product, like right here, go ahead and start using it. So I don't know how we're going to do that necessarily, but we do want this level of cleanliness, of professionalism. This still comes across a little bit complicated because get started, we got to sign in, we got to do a whole bunch of stuff. It's almost there, but not quite there. So I think the audio enhancer from Adobe is going to be kind of the idea that we want to, not the actual content of the product. I don't know if this makes sense. Like we're not going to make an audio product. I'm not going to do that, right? It's not really of an interest of mine. I actually do want to build a plugin for music, but I'll build that as a separate thing down the road. But what I mean is just you have access to the SaaS product almost immediately, if not immediately. So we do want something like this where you come to the website and boom, it's super clean and we have access to the product. So that's a hugely important thing. Let's think. So I need a SaaS template. We need to get UI UX designs. So let's start building out the need or to-dos. We need a SaaS to template. Let's say cloud SaaS, right? Or what are we going to name this, guys? What should I name this whole deal, right? Small business SaaS, full-blown SaaS. Let's build a SaaS. Let's build a SaaS. The goal, learning things like Oster. What does this mean? So the goal is to not gatekeep knowledge. That's big. While I'm also simultaneously learning stuff, learning new things. I want to make this a downright, and guys, and I'll wrap it up here soon. Downright the equivalent of a small business. Okay. Awesome, guys. I think that does give us at least a good enough description for now. We can always add to it later. And let's build out a few to-dos for us to manage. So let's see. Let's build a SaaS. We should have nothing on the Kanban. It's a brand new product. Guys, this is so cool that I get to use my own software for building a SaaS. How recursive is that? We also need to figure out our product. Guys, I'm so freaking pumped on this. This is so cool that I get to use this. So figure out our product. And then what was the third one? What was the last bit? Where is our? Oh, it was right here. A lot of front end stuff, but I just want to show you guys how awesome there's like amazing templates out there. So let's say Next.js SaaS template, like, not quite there, but something like this looks kind of good out of the box. Oh, I did not mean to do deploy. Let's go to view demo, but we could get a template. We can get, and there was another one. It was called Auth-Kit. That was like a really pretty template, but I want something that feels like, okay, you've got a good landing screen. It's white and bright. Boom, and here's the product, get ready to use it. And if you want premium features, boom. So that'd be kind of a requirement, right? One of our prereqs, if you will. So we have this, let's see, SaaS template. What was the prereq? I was gonna say prereq, maybe a model. Maybe we'll put that in the notes. That's kind of what it needs to be. So one prereq. This product, right? Guys, this is so awesome that I get to use my own freaking product for that. This is so cool. This product needs to be to all of this. We have some notes. We don't have a project URL quite yet. We don't really know what the project is going to be called yet, but that's something we'll configure in AWS Route 53. We'll figure out all these fun things together, guys. Yeah, so we have some stuff. Let's see, figure out our product. Let me go ahead and drag this into the in progress column because that's kind of what we're doing. Freaking welcome to the SaaS product. I'm super excited for step 2. Oh, actually one more spiel before I pop off. Lies. I'm gonna pop off. Let me make an episode 2. Let me make an episode 2 because we're gonna go over some lucid chart, just some strategizing, and then hopefully uncover that build in the episode 2. So strategize a little bit on lucid chart, just context of business scope, right? This is a small business we're building. We're not building a SaaS product. That's the advertisement. We're building a SaaS, guys, but really what we're building is a small business. So we need to figure out how to build the pieces, each piece, or at least kind of have small versions of each piece put together from a front to back integration. So absolutely going to do that. And that'll be part 2. And then certainly one piece of that business is figuring out what we're going to build this business about. So pretty important to figure that one out. Guys. I will see you on episode 2. Cheers.